And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, I gotta get my drink open. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of white trashing it tonight. Got the sleeveless shirt, got the sweet tea, got the Gorn Brothers hat. Yeah, I'm just kind of not giving a shit today, but it is what it is. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. Hopefully, this is working over on YouTube Live now because I set up the multi-stream. I'm just praying to God it's actually. Oh my God. For those tuning in from YouTube for the first time, welcome to it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Help me get up to 500. If you have any questions about the paranormal, please do not hesitate to ask. I will stop, whatever we're analyzing and answer whatever questions I can for you. So there we go on that one. I've been promising it for a couple years. Finally, yesterday, I know I said there was going to be a show, but I decided, you know what? Let's see if we can get this set up and hopefully it's working. If not, we'll definitely work on it. So, that being said, this is Incarnate Paranormal. I analyze the evidence from all my investigations. We're currently analyzing Nevada State Prison. Last week we went through some video just so I could warm up back into streaming. I took about a 9-month break. Had a very bad experience investigating Nevada State Prison. It was of my own doing. Nothing to do with the location. I kind of asked the spirits to do something I shouldn't have. So it kind of isolated me from the field for a while. So got the energy, finally got back to streaming. And yeah, I had roughly 15 recorders spread out throughout the prison. We are about halfway through analyzing. So when we get through we're kind of jumping back into the middle of a recorder. There's been nothing on it. I think there's been one EVP through the first, sections. The recorders break it up to about 3 or 4 sections. We're trying to get through that. So uh, I name all my recorders. We're on Whitey Recorder, which is we're still analyzing night one. Sit in the infirmary on the office door, which if you've ever been to Nevada State Prison, it's about almost halfway down the hallway. So I know I turn on recorders. This is Brent with Nevada Incarnate Paranormal. This is Nevada State Prison, night one. And I say the location wherever the recorder is being left. I hit record, and I pretty much just walk away. I'll let it record throughout the investigation, whether I'm investigating there or not. So we try to get the residual EVPs. If not, we're stuck listening to 6 hours of basically background noise from traffic or whatever residual sounds or sounds the building puts out itself. I know. This is a part of the paranormal, excuse me, a lot of people don't realize you have to go through. What's up, TM? How you doing, bud? Sorry there was no show Friday. I had to work late. Yesterday, not only, like I said, was I working on the multi-stream, but I also had to have my garage door replaced, so I had to constantly go check on those guys. So here we are on a Sunday, kind of rare for Sunday. NASCAR was over early. Football season rolls around. There definitely will not be shows on Sunday. So let's get on to the audio. This was Whitey Recorder, Infirmary Office Door. We'll get through this. This is the last one in night one. Then we'll get on to night two. Then start burning through audio. That's what we're gonna have to do. Then maybe get into some video here next week because I know I still have some left before we get to the execution chamber, which I'm greatly looking forward to. And also because I had to take down like 300 shows for some royalty-free music that YouTube struck me with, we're going to have to go through and reanalyze a lot of old evidence. So we are, in a sense, starting over in a way. So let's get to some audio. And I've already kind of scrolled through it a little bit. It's a lot of dead air. So tonight would be the good night to talk if you have any questions. Yeah, let's just bullshit our way through it, guys. It's 2 hours. Put on your headphones and pay attention. And TM, can you do me a huge favor, please? Incarnate Paranormal on YouTube. Can you see if I'm live on there as well, please? I forgot to put the screen up, so if I'll have to shut everything down to check it. Hopefully I got everything set up all right. The sound notifications, the chat, everything. I'm hoping I did it right. If not, I'll have to get that fixed. Or if anybody's watching on YouTube, please say hi. Live on YouTube, I did something right. Thank you, sir. Hopefully we can get up to 500 subscribers on YouTube so I can start YouTube. Awesome. And I'm not picking up on my I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, unfortunately I can't see the chat. I don't know why that's not coming through. I saved them automatic. Thank you. I'm gonna have to set up a stream key so it goes into Streamlabs. Actually, I can do it this way. Bear with me a second, guys. I know this is unprofessional. There we go. Let's do it this way. Oh, you said hi on YouTube chat. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you. I am going to have to get the YouTube chat so it goes into my chat bot. What's up, Moose? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Hope you guys are doing good. Have to figure out how to get YouTube into Chatbot so I can read that too. So that's my next step. As long as I know it's working tonight, I can have you guys help me out a little bit. Okay, who let the moose loose? Okay, and I just got a notification that I went live. Why am I getting notification that I went live when I'm the one going live? Freaking technology, guys, I swear. Let me get this turned off. Volume off. There we go. And the hard thing was, guys, I had to set up all my notifications different on YouTube than I do on here, is to avoid a potential copyright strike. Because we all know what happened with Sin City Paranormal. That I lost that freaking site because somebody claimed rights to my shit. It happens. It took 3 years to get it back. As we know, the EVPs could be anywhere. This is pretty slim tonight. How you doing, Corgi? The other night we had some. We had some on video, yes. But we all remember how dull these recorders can get. And this is the last section on why to recorder for night one. So hopefully night two will be a little more productive. We're only sitting at 86 EVPs from the prison so far. And we still have still have 3 recorders to go, then the GoPros. So, we're okay. You know, it's weird. We're at what, 708 shows or something like that. Not since like show 200, I've had people asking me to go live on YouTube as well. And there's only one reason I really didn't. Excuse me, guys. My nose is itching. Allergies are starting. Sometimes you're not really allowed to go multi-stream through Twitch. They don't like it because it doesn't draw traffic to their site. And I don't know the other reasons, but you know, shit happens. Something sets off your motion detectors. I have 2 viewers on YouTube. I know one is TM, and the other one, I appreciate it. One is me and the other's TM. Thank you, guys. Make sure and hit that subscribe. Let's see if the actual alerts go through. If you guys can for me, please. I'm still trying to iron this out. You already subscribed there, okay. You know, I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be a lot tougher to set up the multi-stream through OBS. I didn't go through multi-stream. I just went through OBS, downloaded the program, installed it, downloaded the plugin. It was actually a lot easier than I thought. The hardest part was finding my stream key for YouTube to put into OBS. Like I said, I gotta get chat, the YouTube chat, into Chatbot. I didn't even think about that part. But thank you, Moose. I saw your chat come up. We're good, guys. I said it feels good to be back on air. It really does. Really makes me miss my radio show, too. Really wish I could have brought that onto Twitch. CG, thank you for the follow. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Greatly appreciate it, and welcome to Incarnate Paranormal. Excuse me, guys, I'm about to sneeze. Yeah, have any questions about the basically we analyze evidence from online investigations, audio and video. And this is what people don't see from the TV shows. Kind of another reason I started this so long ago. I wanted people to understand what it takes to go through analyzing evidence. Oh, Corgi, thank you, bud. They do. Like I said, now I just got to get the freaking chatbot figured out. But I want people to understand what kind of hell it takes to analyze evidence for a TV show and for what it takes the investigators to present to the clients. Hundreds of hours of audio listening to white noise. Yay. I'm rarely on YouTube unless I'm, putting on music or something while I'm working on shit for background noise. The two monitors, I work on the bottom one, listen to videos on the top. And it's a lot easier than craning my neck for the TV. My mic is super quiet. All right, let me turn that back up. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Thank you. I turned it down last week because I was getting a lot of feedback, or not feedback, but a lot of background noise. And I also downloaded a noise isolation plugin for OBS, so it filtered out like the AC, the computer fan, or whatever else. So I forgot to turn the slider back up on OBS. How you doing, Vexus? How's the weekend? Corgi, I've got two 34-inch ultra wides. Last weekend of good and fairly safe ice fishing. It's starting to warm up. They're saying 80s across the Midwest next week, possibly. You have 6 monitors. What size? So I don't think I could fit 2 more 34 Ultras if I put them vertically on each side. I could do 2 more if I wanted to, which I might as soon as I expand this desk. But that's a lot of monitors. I'd be doing this all the time. Be like a crackhead. Go, eek, 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 eek. What I'd kind of like to go with 2 of the 49s. Hang a 40. That would be. In Crandon Corner, you had to look for small monitors that fit. Yeah, I used to be in that until, I figured out a way to set it up. Because I've got a monitor stand that I can hang 2 34s up and down. so it doesn't take up any more room. Because if I had 234s side by side, I couldn't do it. Okay, it's going to take some time. Trying to look up how to go ahead and set that chat up, but it's going to take some time. Have to do that after stream. Literally looking into IKEA furniture, how small the desks they are with your 2 monitors. My next desk is not going to be a desk. I'm getting one of the shipping and packing tables. It's actually cheaper than a good desk. It's thicker, sturdier, and you can do a whole lot more with it. Like a U-line shipping table. I sit with, it's a book furniture, okay. Hey, as long as you got something to work with. A lot of people still sit with a laptop on their lap. Yeah, my desk, I've got 2 pieces left. It was a 5-piece office desk, and it's been broken through the years. I got it when I worked for Habitat for Humanity for $20, and it once put together, it was huge. Took up about half my room. Now it's just, whatever. Also thinking, guys, we were talking about this last week. Would you guys tune in if I did gaming? If I played like PUBG or World of Warships or something, would you guys tune in for that? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. With the paranormal, once you start that and go down that road, if you break off, it's like, then people tune in and they're going to expect that. Residual. It's not like we don't have a lot of material. I've got material for years. So, but remember, like I said, guys, we have about 300 shows worth of shit to redo because of YouTube. It's been so long since we've even touched it. We're talking like show 50 through like show 250. So virtually nobody's going to remember that evidence, which is okay with me. Redo Nevada Railroad Museum, or Northern Nevada Railroad Museum, Miracle Valley, Arizona. Still one of my favorite investigations. I think you started to save on YouTube a few days before I started the channel. TM, possibly? But I did find a few of the old overlays back when I had the TV overlay over my camera. But it, hold on. Nothing. Never mind. Actually surprised Jack hasn't made an appearance. Three years ago tomorrow. Wow. I wonder if I don't even think I have followage set up. People can see how long they've been following. I don't know if I have that set up. I don't think so. Oh, I'm gonna have to get it set up. There's two things I need to do. Time to make notes. Curse being on mobile. At least you're here, Corgi. Do appreciate it. You're trying to put in the command before Moose. Gotta be quick on the draw, man. Exercise those thumbs. A while since I used that one. Still didn't get anybody, but still. You know who needs to pop her ass in here is Sims. She's been asking when I'm going to go live again, and where the hell is she? Did I? I'm scatterbrained. I don't remember. Like I said, I've got so many I don't remember. I gotta find a new thing for subscriptions. For here on Twitch, I don't have the jelly beans anymore. I don't have the hot sauce anymore. This could be a good time to mention you have a bad heart. We'll scare you too much. We'll scare you enough just so we can keep you around, not to put you in the hospital. Because we like having you around, Corgi. We don't want shit to happen to you. Corgi, you've been here since the beginning. You think I'd actually do something to intentionally hurt one of my viewers, one of my longest viewers? So growl away. Also need to get Deads back in here. Holy shit. You're going back in Tuesday, should be home the same day. Well, saying prayers for you, man. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Oh no. No one ever needs Deads. Wow. That's cold. We have had this residual a few times before. Actually, right in the same area. So we haven't been able to use this one. So actually, we used this last week. Yeah. Debunked. We know the sounds of the prison. All that residual thumping. We used to think it might have been paranormal. Time to go shoot a varmint. Okay. Hurry back. Don't forget to reload. Yep, we've had that one a few times too. But that is close, but again, not paranormal. Almost sounds like a time card, one of the old time card things. That when you clock in and out, just jink. Metal stretching, yeah. Metal fatigue, for sure. Sorry guys, when I turn away, I'm having to blow my nose. Freaking allergy season. Warms up so fast, then all that pollen, and Brent goes straight to hell because my sinuses just start flaring up like crazy. It's hot a day and cold at night. Carson City during the day. Depending on the day. It wasn't hot, but it was comfortable all day. I remember this weekend, it was just comfortable. I don't know if I could investigate the prison in summer. I think that would be absolutely terrible. But you know, when I was watching Lloyd Auerbach stream last week, he started talking about people who go to locations constantly, not necessarily just one person, but group after group after group of people. You go into a location and you leave your energy. It's imprint energy. We leave our imprint no matter where we go. You get people constantly doing that in a known haunted location, and your new energy kind of forces all that old energy out. So a lot of those residual EVPs might not be there anymore. But to my memory, I don't think we've ever got a repeating EVP after each year. Go back to the same areas and investigate. I don't think we've ever gotten the same residual voice saying the same thing. Which would lead me to believe it's not residual. It might actually be intelligent, but does all the new energy force it out? Quite possible. I'm not going to confirm or deny. Squirrel! Something shiny! Squirrel! Yeah, I need to make a soundbite of that. Squirrel! Whenever we get distracted. Squirrel! Ooh, something shiny. It's dead now. Well, are you gonna fry it up at least? Because squirrel and biscuits and gravy are freaking great. Tell me I'm wrong. Who's gonna disagree with this one? Squirrel and biscuits and gravy are a freaking meal. I will. It be, that's for sure. Thank you. I'm letting my redneck show. Squirrel. Yeah. Rabbit. Oh, yeah. Rabbit, not really for bit with biscuits and gravy, but I don't like the taste of squirrel. A lot of people don't. It's tough. It's very muscly. Even if you get them in the spring, It's squirrel is tough. Okay, we leave it for the buzzards. Leave it out for the wolves. I don't know, guys. This is looking pretty dry. There's not much here. Wish you had a camera for the other morning. Would you have half a dozen of them out there? Only fast cars or motorcycles. You're not wrong. But we have found EVPs near the motorcycle sounds. Ah, traffic. That's probably a semi going by. We haven't heard the sound of a semi on recorder in a while. Yep. Welcome to Incarnate Paranormal's traffic report. It's funny how you can tell by the time of day just by how much traffic is going by. Went outside to smoke about 6:30. Someone was coming up, came out the door, turned around, and came face to face with an eagle. Cool. That's cool shit right there. Last time I had any true, well, I'm not going to count Beatty, Nevada, when we got out of the car to go get pictures with the wild burros, which was absolutely cool because they're semi-domesticated. They'll let you walk up and pet them. I had gone camping in Arizona. I will not give away the location because I don't want every jerk in the world going down there to tear up the campground because it's a beautiful campground. Let me pause this real quick. I'd gone down there when my dad was still alive, and it's on top of a mountain pretty much. And it's like dad has this camper. It's like I'm taking a tent. It's like when I go camping, I want a tent. So I got my sleeping bag. Wake up. I get woken up about 3 in the morning, rustling through the campground. It's like, what the hell is going on? Zzz, on the tent, and I got a moose staring me in the fucking face. Big ass freaking head, probably about less than 2 feet from my head. Kind of putting his head down, tilting a little bit sideways, looking at me. It was like, hey, buddy. Went right back to sleep. It's like, evidently, that campground has one of the largest migration routes for moose in the area. And I found that out the next year when I went down there. I was talking to one of the game wardens. He said, yeah, they migrate right through that campground. I was like, yeah. I said, I found out the hard way. He goes, what do you mean? I told him the story, and he goes, holy shit. He goes, did it scare you? It didn't scare me, but it kind of freaked me out a bit. I didn't expect to see this freaking, you know, 12-foot moose staring me freaking dead in the eyes. He just chuckled. He's like, "Yeah," he goes, "We get a lot of that, but it's a cool experience. You get to be that close to wildlife." I mean, they could have easily trampled the shit out of my tent when I opened it. I could have scared him, and I would have been freaking tenderized Brent. But he just kind of went on his way. It's like, you're kind of going, shit. And they're just curious. They want to see what's going on. They don't mean any harm. As long as you don't make any quick movements or loud noise, they're going to go on about their business. Again, that's flexing metal, nothing paranormal. You have baby deer in your face, baby deer in the house. Yeah, that. Surprised you didn't jump into bed, curl up in the covers next to you, try to get warm. Yeah, we're pretty dead on freaking anything on this recorder. Mama was about 3 feet away giving you the eye. Like fucking My Menagerie. Old Disney movie. Kind of just, yeah. They're just curious. Semi or motorcycle coming up? Small motorcycle probably means that's going to be a semi. Had some weird experiences with wildlife, even fish growing up. Had a stingray swim right by my mask when I was snorkeling in the Bahamas as a kid. You talk about Jesus walking on water. They say I was probably about 50 yards out. Yep, motorcycle. Everybody on the beach says my waist was above the water. That's how fast I was going to get out of the water. That's how bad that stingray scared me. I'm about halfway out of the water just trying to get out. It was like, yep, Brent, you were moving. But I've been more scared of wildlife than I am of ghosts. But then again, when I go camping, I always got a gun with me. You never know what's going to happen out camping. Same if you see if you get a wild boar, get your ass up a tree. Do you ever throw them apples or anything there, Corgi? Throw them some fruit or feed or anything? Yeah, I ain't got to worry about wild boars out in Nevada. You go, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, maybe, depending on what areas, maybe bear, but mountain goats, bighorn sheep, moose, wolves, coyotes, rattlesnakes, scorpions. or not rattlesnakes, but whatever snakes are in the desert. I don't pay attention anymore. Usually have high boots on, so I don't worry about that shit. Shit, come on. There we go. You just throw it out the door. They'll probably come up and eat out of your hand if you tried it. But I'm probably sure you've already done that. Called it. It's one thing I miss when I used to go up fishing in Minnesota with my dad. Freaking chipmunks would come literally sit on your lap and eat. You go to some of the, you know, places that had cabins on the lake, chipmunks will come right up, take peanuts out of your hand, they'll sit on your knee and eat them. Coolest thing in the world. Or they'll take 3 or 4, stuff in their cheeks, run off, then they'll come back and grab a few more. That's one thing I do want to do again. I want to go to Minnesota and go walleye fishing. Back where my dad used to take me. Yeah, TM, absolutely. You go camping, you always check your bag, check your pillow, check your tent for snakes, scorpions, spiders. For that exact reason, it's the warmest spot. You always check it before you go to bed. How people prevent that? As soon as you get out of your freaking tent, zip it across and down. Always close up your tent when you're in or out, even for a few seconds. Those sons of bitches will sneak in. Yeah, that was one of my best, funnest memories as a kid is walleye fishing up in Montana, walleye and pike. But from what I heard, the feeder fish have died off in that lake, and I don't know if the fishing's any good up there anymore. Vexus or moose might know, but I think I've asked him before. I don't remember. You're in Michigan. That's right. Always mess up where people are from. Yeah, we might be bupkis on on evidence tonight. Kind of wanted the first night back with audio to get at least one. I think the bulk of our evidence is going to be in the execution chamber. And I know we have a few for me roaming, which is no, I think we already went through it. No, we didn't. We might have lost some we might have lost something here. Let me look something up real quick. Because I'm looking at my files and something changed. Oh, never mind. It's a cache file. Never mind. Never mind. We're still good. Maybe the ghosts are sleeping. Well, it is infirmary, and it is... That's 9 o'clock at night, maybe? So yeah, the ghosts are probably sleeping. Pimp slaps TM into 2032. Hold on. I know we have to pause it for this. I do remember. Is denoise. All right. Metal fatigue. Oh well. Shit happens. At least we have something to analyze, right? Something to break down. Hardest part about being a paranormal investigator is this shit. Gotta have your thinking cap on. And do I listen to my mentor who taught me everything about almost everything he knew about the paranormal? No, I do not listen. Brent, do 15-minute bursts. Does it? Yes and no. I'm not 100% on it. I'm not going to count it. I think we kind of agreed on that. So at least tomorrow night we can start on section 2 or night 2 of this recorder. So, yeah, we've got plenty, guys. Still got a lot to go through. Kind of browsing the files as I'm listening, and we're over half done, but we still got the better recorders to go through. The H3VR, the H4n, the good recorders that actually get that ambient sound to it. I was in another paranormal stream last week, Geeks Paranormal, and talking about our favorite recorders. It's like H3VR, ambisonic sound. You get the full 360 from it. It's like something's talking in front of you or behind you, you're gonna get it. But yeah, unless I get more GoPros, I'm not getting any more. I might get another Eddy meter if I can ever find one for a decent price. But it's going to be maybe just cameras from here on out. If maybe not, because I still need to take my full spectrum back out. The full spectrum with the IR strobes, which, if anybody's prone to seizures, might not want to watch that. Hey, hey, hey. But remember, again, where the prison is, the closest house is 300 yards away. The only thing close is the highway. The highway's 150 yards away. That doesn't sound like Jasper. Holy shit. We haven't had the Crow. We have not had him yet. The prison next door is closed. Can't be that. Chris and I are the only ones on prison grounds, and the closest house is like 300 yards away, if not further. I don't know. Do we count this? Do we count this? That doesn't sound like I don't know. Is there a bird that sounds like hay? Okay, we're going to spend a few minutes on this. We're going to see if we're going to try to clean this up if we can. Because you say owl. One reason I'll agree with you a little bit on that is the previous year. Sorry, guys, my eyes are really itching. Remember the previous year, we actually had a family of owls on the courtyard side of the 3rd floor. Okay, okay, Moose, TM, you both say bird. Oh, so I want to try something here. Why'd I do that? I didn't hit that button. I'm going to give it a second. I'm going to clip it, and I'm going to post it to see what people think. All right, what do people think? Bird or voice? We're debating this on the show, so please comment, see what you guys think. So, yeah, if we're going to do this, I got 2 people in chat saying it's a bird. I can always come back to it. For now, we're going to debunk it. Even if you say a bird, you can be wrong. Yes. And I could be wrong. It could be a bird. And that sounds like, hey, like trying to get somebody's attention. But who really says something 3 times like that? Hey, unless they're flagging down someone. So unless we get it again and it repeats itself, then yeah, I tend to agree it might be a bird. Again, what do I know? Motorcycle. Vroom, vroom, bitches. You know what I'd like to see improve, though, is that insulted meter. I have not been insulted by a spirit in a long time. Then again, I really haven't been provoking. I've been called a jerk. I've been called an asshole. It's like they really hurt my feelings. Yeah, right. We'd have a stream with guessing bird sounds. And I have a crow shirt that says fuck off on the top. FCAWOFF. Fuck off. I'm going to wear that out one night. See what kind of responses I get from people. But if you know me, I don't think you'd really question me. What was what? Motorcycle, cars. Yeah, it's the people who truly know me when I wear shirts for shock value, they just kind of shake their heads and like, hey Brent. It's like what? It's like only you. You can get away with it. Funny thing, people know I'm not serious when I wear the shock value shirts. They're just kind of like, Brent, why? You just answered your own question. Because I can. Ooh, sport bike. Or a Honda Civic with a fart can on the back. And that's what I call those the Honda Civics with the great big freaking mufflers. I call them fart cans. You can figure out why. But when we did the Nye County Courthouse, those that have been here for a while, remember we had that freaking car going back and forth all night long. It's like every freaking 10 minutes we had that meow, 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 and it's like, come on. It's a town of like 400 people, and we listened to that for 3.5 hours. Well, not a lot to analyze tonight, guys. Doesn't matter. A chat room full of good people. What more do I need? We need fucking evidence, is what we need. Cars, motorcycles, and birds. And metal fatigue. What I want to do is go do pay the money for Zach Bagans' museum to do the flashlight tour. Because you're allowed to take flashlights and digital recorders, but no cameras. For the experiences I've had in Zach's museum, I wonder what kind of evidence I could get in there. Like I said, that one took me a couple weeks to recover from. Whatever got me there, it got me good. But you know what? I'd be willing to reach out to him. Hey, I stream evidence. Let's make a deal. Don't think he'd do it, but somebody want to come up and say hi to everybody? Say hi to everybody, Jack. Oh, he being shy tonight. Jack, everybody's saying hi to you, bud. Mental fatigue. He didn't want to be held. You know what he did to your friend's Project Fear? No, what did he do to him? Oh, yeah. Professionally, yes. You know, I talk a lot of crap about the TV shows, but to each their own. You know, I don't go out of my way to watch them. You know, they had Destination Fear, now it's Project Fear. Uh, Dakota and them, Chelsea, they're good people. They really are good people. And what happened to them was just unfortunate. It really was. But what can you do? But you know, it's like there's people who just let shit, you know, like water off a duck's ass. Somebody tries to burn me in business, ooh, you better watch out. You know, because I can come back in ways that are legal, dirty, but legal. And I'm surprised other things weren't followed through on or done. Uh, some people just handle things differently. And the paranormal, like I said, guys, it can be a very, very dirty field. A lot of teams will try to exploit you for their own benefit. I have experienced it financially firsthand. Uh, and some other things that happen with other things that I've brought up a long time ago and I won't go back into. But if you're in the paranormal field, guys, make sure in CYA. You'll thank me. Know your teammates and know the teams that you work with. It's not all about paranormal unity all the time. Some teams will just use you to get into a location and then they'll burn your name or try to. You know, I'm very, very fortunate. Uh, there's some big names in the field who know who I am. And I've had a couple of them warn me about things. When Paracon was here, what, 3-4 years ago now, I had one of the biggest names, I won't say his name, come up to me and he gave me a couple warnings. Give it a second. He's like, Brent, you have a very good name in this field. The right people know who you are. He goes, you're doing the right thing. But when doing business and being affiliated with these people, it's going to burn your name. Don't do it. Or just be, he said, be careful. And I take those warnings to heart. It was like, what? He goes, be careful. That's all I can tell you. And a couple weeks later, I followed suit. I kind of backed off and continued on the route I was going with out the group that I distanced myself from. And like I said, I took the warning to heart because of the name. Who said it to me? If it would have been anybody else, I would have been like, who are you? You know, maybe 5 people on my hand I could count that gave me that warning. It would have been like, huh? You have my undivided attention. But if it would have been anybody, it would have been no. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you are. But it's like you're doing the right things. Be careful. So, thank you. Shook his hand, gave him a hug. It's like, talked to him for a couple minutes. We went on our way. So, for other teams watching through YouTube, whatever, wherever you see this, be careful of who you work with. It will burn your ass. Or it can burn your ass. And I've said, I'll work with anybody once. I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt one time. 20 teams may give me warnings about them. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for once, one time. As long as you haven't stolen anything or physically done anything to a location. You could have talked all the shit in the world about another team. I don't know the politics there. I'll work with you one time, then I'll back off. I gave you that warning. I gave you that chance on my behalf. I don't think that's unfair to do. Just because they're an asshole to somebody else doesn't mean they'll be one to me. But I'll give you that one chance. After that, you're on your own. You got to be fair. Even if it might burn you a little bit. And that's what happened with the last one I was just talking about. So. And we're at a flat calm. And that will be probably metal fatigue coming up. Don't even think we'll need to pause on that one. That's just me. Nervous tick. Metal fatigue. We called it. Yeah. And that should be me walking in. You should hear my footsteps probably here in a few seconds. Probably a door opening right in here. Distant footsteps, that's me. And this part's going to be loud, so I'll pause it here in a second. Because we know there's nothing. All right. That's going to be a little loud. So, and me talking, yeah. So. All right, let's bring the car from Nevada State. Yeah, that's completely maxing out. Don't need to worry about that. All right, guys, we finished up WIDA Recorder Night 1 Infirmary. We only had, well, going way back to the previous shows when we finished section 1 and 2. We had one EVP of I'm in here, which now we finished section 3 and there was nothing. So tomorrow night, we will start into night 2 of WIDA Recorder. And hopefully we get something. I don't even know where it's at. So we'll find that out tomorrow night. Like I said, I do not pre-listen to any recorders before I put them on the show, unless it's the video and I'm putting the clips together so we're not jumping around every few minutes to load a new clip. Which infirmary, it's not, for some reason, the investigation in the infirmary is not letting me join the clips together. So that'll be in like 3 different sections. That being said, I do thank you guys for being here tonight. TM, Moose, Vexus, Corgi, anybody else tuning in on YouTube, I really do thank you guys for being here. It means the world to me. We're still getting back into the swing of things. Yeah, this is only like my, 6th show back after like a 9-month break. So we're getting better. We're getting back to it. And again, you guys mean the world to me, even being here. We're going to start getting evidence. Like I said, we got a little bit more video to go to as well. We're not going to do that until we get most of the recorders finished. So hopefully for the next show, I'll have chatbots set up for YouTube as well. So if we start getting viewers, I can respond to them as well. And thank you guys earlier for helping check the YouTube. Guys, have a great night. God bless, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Thanks again.